What's up, y'all? It's B Electra back on the scene. It's been a minute. What's up? Yes. Gotta give a round of applause to my audience, first and always. Okay, yes, I've had a great pleasure to get to know a lot of you guys, and I'm blessed to say the very least. Okay, so now you guys are gonna get to know me. Yay! Okay, so for starters, and for those who don't know me personally, my name is Alina, founder of AMC Lifestyle, better known as Carmen or B Electra. As of late, they call me Coach B. You know, appreciate it if you address me as such, but whatever you feel comfortable with, either or is cool. Appreciate it. Yeah, so I'm just gonna get right into it. I don't want this video to be too long, all right? But I was born and raised in Queens, New York, okay? Northside Queens, where my people at. Hey, okay? I am 23 years old, and for those who are just hearing that for the first time, listen, I sincerely do not apologize. I'm gonna keep it a stack. Everybody got a pass. Fuck it. We here right now. It don't matter. Okay? Okay. Yes. So, first things first, I'm sure you guys always know the common question. What do you do? Who are you? Okay. So, I am a beginning life coach here in Queens, okay? And I also specialize in health and fitness. Okay, I do cover all areas as far as coaching is concerned, but health and fitness is my top concern, my top priority for myself and for all my clients, of course, okay? So, like I said, I'm gonna just hop right into it, all right? So, a lot of you guys met me how I am now, okay? But let me tell y'all, I was not always this way. I was not always this size, you know what I'm saying? I was always this beautiful, don't get me wrong. But yes, I would like to say, not only myself, but my entire family, you know, I grew up in a pretty much overweight family. I'm not gonna say obese, I'm not gonna discredit anybody, but overweight, yes, okay? I pretty much grew up in an overweight family. I was overweight my entire life up until about 5-6 years ago, okay? At my peak weight, I was about 290 pounds. I think I remember that correctly. I was about 290 pounds at my peak, and I'm tall. For y'all who know me, y'all know I'm tall. Be the style is what they call me on the weekends. Now let me stop. Yes, but I am 5'11", basically pushing 6 feet, you know, depending what I'm wearing. Ladies, we know how that goes. But yeah, so can you imagine that? My entire life, like I said, I'm 23 right now. My entire life I was overweight, was unhealthy, and I pretty much accepted that for what it was. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have anybody around to tell me better. I didn't have anybody around who were necessarily practicing life skills that stuck with me, you know what I'm saying, that helped me or would have helped me to maintain a better life. I didn't have that, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not discrediting my family, I'm not discrediting anybody, but you know, that's what it is, especially a good chunk of my family being Caribbean, Haitian. Bow, stop passe with my Zozak. Have to give a shout out. But the other half of my family is from down south. So y'all know how it gets down south. For my Zoes too, y'all know how it goes down in the kitchen. We don't we don't slack. We make sure we got a full belly every day, all day. You feel what I'm saying? I would say, even though I was really overweight, I was really active as a child, okay? That's one thing that I was grateful for. I was in all the sports. I used to play soccer. I used to swim. I roller skated like heavy. That's actually something that I need to get back into, but we're not gonna talk about that right now. But yes, roller skating heavy. Like I was always outside doing something, even though I was overweight, you know? So that kind of, gave me a get out of jail free card, you know, to I guess do whatever I want. Like I was a pretty like good kid growing up, you know, like I was never bad in school. My grades were always Gucci, like no trouble was given to my parents at all. So it's like that on top of me being an active kid, of course, I'm gonna get everything I want. Not to mention that I was the only child for 16 years. 16 years, I was the only child. So I was literally getting every and anything I wanted. Okay, down to food, down to clothes, down to materials, all that. But the focus right now is food, okay? Focus right now. Probably up until the age maybe 10 or 11, I was good. Yeah, I was chunky, yeah, I was overweight, but I was good. I was doing my activities, I was good. I was succeeding, I was grateful. Y'all get what I'm trying to say, okay? And it wasn't until like I hit maybe my early preteens, basically. We'll leave it at that. It wasn't until I hit my early preteens that my health started to fail. Like, for a lack of better words, my health started to fail, okay? I was diagnosed with multiple things, multiple neurotic, okay? I don't even know what's the proper word, neurotic malfunctions, I don't even know. Bone disformities, like you name it. I was being diagnosed before I was even a teenager, okay? So imagine that, right? Preteen, I'm already about 200 pounds. Not about 200 pounds, I was 200 pounds. I was 200 pounds. And I basically went from being this active little ball of chunky energy to like this miserable teenager. Like I'm gonna call it for like how it is. I'm not gonna say I was that miserable, but being that I physically was not well and my health started to fail, it held me back from doing a lot of things that I wanted to do as a child, you know? And, you know, being in that, you know, it crushed my self-esteem, you know what I'm saying, as a kid. Like, I was already chunk, I was already overweight. Listen, you know how it is with the bullying and the teasing, so on and so forth. But on top of that, I wasn't even able to do basic things. For example, walk up the block to my elementary school. It's about less than 3 blocks. I would be in excruciating pain to and from. Can you imagine that? Not even a teenager yet. And I can't even walk 3 blocks without literally wanting to cry because I'm in that much pain. You know what I'm saying? And it's like nobody really knew, I guess, the pain that I was in, except for my mom. Of course, Mom, shout outs to you. That's my day one. Except for my mom, honestly. So it's like, imagine being judged and imagine being looked at differently just because you're overweight and just because you can't do certain things that kids, you know, my age were doing, you know? And it's like not being able to explain myself how I wanted to, it was really tough. Like, it was really tough. I'm not even gonna lie to you. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, also as a kid, imagine explaining to another kid friend, like, hey, I got diagnosed with Osgood-Schlatter's disease in my knees and I'm unable to walk up the block. I'm unable to go to the mall with you guys. I got diagnosed with scoliosis in my back. Like, you know, I wish I could do these things, but I can't. It's like, as an 11, 12-year-old child, these aren't conversations that usually happen. You know what I'm saying? So I basically lived a life where I was keeping all this pain to myself. You know what I'm saying? And this is physical pain I'm talking about that I was keeping to myself. We're not even going to get in tune with the mental pain yet. I'm going to save that for another segment. Okay? But it was a lot of things that I kicked under the rug and I just chose to accept my fate. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm looking at myself, I'm looking at my surroundings, I'm looking at my family. I'm like, okay, hey, everybody is pretty much doing what they want to do. They're eating what they want to eat. They have the habits that they want to have, whether it benefits them or not. So why can't I continue to do what I want to do, whether I feel good about it or not? You know what I'm saying? So it's a bad cycle to be caught up in. You know, it's a bad cycle to be caught up in, to say the very least. As I was saying, as a preteen, I literally accepted my fate. Like, okay, I'm physically not fit to do basic activities. I went from being this flexible, abundant child to to, I don't even know, because I kind of stopped bashing my younger self, my inner child. So I can't even come up with a word to prove my point. But anyway, we're gonna leave that alone. But yeah, point of my story, I've accepted my fate, and that was that. Okay, so fast forward, here we are. I'm in high school now, okay? And I'm well over 250 pounds, okay? Well over 250 pounds. So life is pretty much, you know, yeah, I'm getting older. Yes, I'm able to have more conversations with my friends about how I'm physically feeling, you know, as a defense mechanism, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, yeah, I want to do all these things with you guys, but I can't because I'm actually feeling like shit on the inside, like literal shit. You know what I'm saying? So, as I got older, like I was saying, I was able to explain these things better. So people weren't judging me so much, but at home, I was always judging myself. I was always beating myself up. I was always playing the why me card, like, what did I do to deserve this? Like, you know, those type of things, just the mental games that it's just not healthy for you. About senior year in high school, something just came over me. Like, something just came over me, and it was the turning point for the rest of my life. Like, literally, I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was my guardian angels. I don't know if it was God himself. Whatever it is. It was a force within me that was like, you know what? I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm not living like this no more. I'm not. I can't. I'm not even living actual life yet, and I feel like this. I'm not even 20 and I feel like this. Like, imagine when I'm like 30, 40, 50. Imagine what I'm gonna feel like, you know? So it's like, as I was saying, as I got older, just the wisdom kept coming to me, and I'm just like, no, something has to give. So I started by doing little things here and there. You know, these are just things that I assumed, you know what I'm saying, would help me feel better. You know, yes, with help of a little research that I was doing too on the side. But don't forget, I'm in school. So I'm in school, and I'm senior year at that. So I'm having to do hella papers, hella tests, hella everything just to graduate. You feel what I'm saying? So I didn't really have a lot of time to research things for my personal self. Okay, basically is what I'm trying to get at. So I was just doing these little things here and there. Shout out to my Mary Lewis folks. We were fortunate enough to experience that salad bar and the whole cafeteria change that they had. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just give the credit where it's due. That definitely helped me pay more attention to what I was eating. You know, I had more healthy foods in front of me, and I had no choice but to eat it because I'm in school for the next 8-9 hours. You know what I'm saying? So it started like that, and I was just eating these salads instead of drinking, you know, all the juices and the punches and stuff. I was like, let me just drink a water. You know, initially it started out as, you know, vitamin water and, you know, little iced teas and stuff like that. But eventually that turned into just water. But let me just make another point though, right? About moderation, okay? I'm not gonna get too deep into this topic now. I'm also gonna save that for another video, but eating things in moderation rather than going cold turkey really helps throughout the journey, okay? It really, 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 really helps, okay? Cold turkey is seriously, seriously mentally crippling, okay? For a lot of us, whether it be cold turkey on food, drugs, habits, whatever, like it's difficult. So the logical thing to do would be to have these things in moderation. Okay, anyway, that's that. So as I was changing my diet, you know, every day I just woke up in less and less pain. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, you know, it was just a divine moment. It was a divine moment. I'm like, okay, so there's a correlation between healthy diet and how I feel on a day-to-day basis. You know what I'm saying? So one thing turned into the next. okay? And I noticed so many changes in my mood, okay, in my skin, okay, in my what's the word I'm looking for? In my pain. All the pains that I had was subsiding a little bit, especially my back pain and my leg pain. That's like a double whammy, you know what I'm saying? So when all of these things started to get better over time, I was like, wait a minute, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, initially, my initial plan, because this is another thing people always ask me, my initial plan was never to lose weight. You know what I'm saying? It was never to lose weight. My initial plan was just to get healthy, okay? And I just so happened to lose 150 pounds behind that, okay? I just want to clear that up, okay? Because I have nothing against my big girls. I had nothing against myself when I was a big girl. Like I said, I was always beautiful, always will be, okay? Okay. Once you start noticing these changes yourself internally, okay, other people start to notice it about you too. So I'm still in school. Like I said, I'm on the edge of graduating basically. And I'm having so many people coming up to me like, oh wow, you're losing weight. Oh, you look slim. Oh, your skin looks good. Or like, you know, and mind you, ain't nobody ever gave me no goddamn compliment in the 4 years I was in that motherfucking school. Okay, Mary Louis is full of women. It's an all girls Catholic high school for those who do not know. Okay, nobody was complimenting. So it's like when you start to change your life for the better, and not only when you notice stuff, but when other people notice stuff and changes about you, it's just like, wait a minute. It's go time. It's go time. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't until a lot of people started telling me about myself in a good way. It wasn't until that point that I really started paying attention to my weight, okay? And then that's when it really hit me like, oh shit, like I'm losing weight. I blinked, I lost 100 pounds. I wasn't even trying, okay? You understand what I'm saying? Let me emphasize this again. I lost 100 pounds and I was not even trying. All I did was change my diet. I was not in the gym. I was not on nobody's program. I was not doing anything. I was broke. I was in high school. I did not have a job. I was not asking my parents for money because they already did enough for me by sending me to a private school. I wasn't doing it, okay? So I say all of this to say that achieving a healthy lifestyle is a lot easier than it seems, okay? And personally, I didn't really have somebody in the health field to look up to growing up, but I'm blessed and I'm grateful that I was able to figure out these tactics on my own, okay? And this is what makes me want to do what I do now, okay? I want to spread the message and I want to give people hope, and I want people to understand that life could be a lot easier than what we make it. Flat out. Life could be a lot easier than what we make it. Right now, or rather, let me rewind a little bit. I started out at 290 pounds, around there, right? And at my smallest, I got to about 160 pounds. Let me say that again. At my heaviest, I was about 290 pounds. At my lowest, I was about 160 pounds, okay? I'm 5'11", y'all. So 160 pounds don't look like much on me. It might sound like much, but it is not much, okay? Right now, I'm about 180 pounds. You know, I put a little bit more weight on. I'm more comfortable with myself, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's how it started, and that's where I was, and this is where I am right now. I just want to end this video off by saying, like, hey, with the right support system, anything is achievable, okay? Whether it's a career, whether it is weight loss, okay, which is what I specialize in, okay? Whether it is anything. I'm not even gonna run down the list because the list is endless, okay? With the right support system, the right people around you, okay? You could achieve anything, I'm telling you, okay? Because if I was able to do it without the right people around me, y'all are able to do it. Because guess what? I'm about to be around y'all. I got y'all's back. I got y'all's back, okay? I got y'all. I say this all the time. I literally got y'all. This is just the beginning, okay? All right, you guys. So, cheers to that. This is water, by the way. Let's not get it too confused, okay? It's a little too early to be drinking. All right. Thanks for tuning in.